So Liverpool interest remains. Zubimendi remains a player of interest for Liverpool. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on all the latest. Today we go from Manchester United to Barcelona to Ryan Cherki to Liverpool. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, it's always time for news, it's always time for updates. We know how things are always happening, and so we start with an update of the last 24 hours. One of the players who's always been rumored for important clubs, Borussia Dortmund in the summer, Chelsea 1 year ago, and more clubs including Paris Saint-Germain, but PSG were never really trying to bring him in August, is Ryan Cherki, the French super talent of Olympique Lyon, out of contract in summer 2025. So a very interesting situation last summer, a few weeks ago, with many clubs considering him. Red Bull Leipzig for sure, then they decided to invest on Antonio Nusa. Borussia Dortmund were also considering that possibility, but Paris Saint-Germain considered Ryan Cherki at the beginning of the market, June, but never in August when they left all the conversations. Now he extended his contract at Olympique Lyon, 2026 plus 1 year option. So Cherki stays at Lyon, and this is an important news because he was probably going to be one of the big names of the next summer transfer window on a free in case he was not going to extend the contract, but now everything fixed, and so Cherki stays at Olympique Lyon. Who is staying at Real Sociedad is Martin Zubimendi, and Arne Slot, Liverpool manager, this weekend had to comment on this situation with the journalist asking the Liverpool manager about Zubimendi, and his answer is important for our point, because Arne Slot said it's time to move on. He didn't join, he stayed at Real Sociedad, and so now we are very happy with the players we have, and especially with Ryan Gravenberch, who is doing fantastic, and Liverpool are very happy with Ryan Gravenberch. Great impact for Arne Slot, credits to the new manager, because under Slot he's performing in excellent way. He can feel the confidence, so Gravenberch is doing fantastic in this beginning of the season. At the same time, what situation for Zubimendi? Liverpool didn't sign another midfielder this summer because they only add players when they see top level, top potential, top value. This case, the case of Zubimendi, is also very clear. They tried in the summer in every way, also including Bajcetic on loan in the conversations, then prepared to pay the release clause, but the player wanted to stay at Real Sociedad. So Liverpool interest remains. Zubimendi remains a player of interest for Liverpool. The board, the directors, also the manager, Arne Slot, who approved Zubimendi as a target. But now they understand that nothing is new, nothing is fresh, nothing has changed, despite some reports in Spain saying that Zubimendi was already regretting his decision. Maybe in January he can leave. At the moment, Liverpool received no indications from Zubimendi, from Real Sociedad, about any change. So this is why Arne Slot didn't want to comment. Now it's 1 month, almost a bit more than this, since we had the Zubimendi saga on the market, and Liverpool don't have the feeling that anything has changed. So if something will change in the future, we see, and we will update you on what happens between Liverpool and Zubimendi. But as of today, the feeling from Liverpool is we are happy with what we have. We have a fantastic Gravenberch, and for Zubimendi, no news, no updates at this stage. Updates for Barcelona, because they are always working on contracts, they're always working on La Masia, they're always working on the future of the club. We mentioned Pedri, negotiations ongoing for his new deal. We mentioned Gavi, about to return on the pitch after his injury, finally, so good luck to Gavi for this return soon. But also important to say that for Gavi, Barça, after he will return on the pitch, Barça are preparing a new contract proposal. So Pedri, Gavi, Marc Bernal is already done, so Marc Bernal extends his contract at Barcelona. He's injured for 1 year, so Barca wanted to show their support out of the pitch, but also in terms of financials, let's say like this, because he will have a new contract, an important salary, and also all the add-ons for this season in the contract of Marc Bernal will be part of the new deal, so Barca really supporting the player. But for Barca, we have to add one more name, and this is Fermín López. We spent the summer mentioning this possibility of Fermín López extending the contract at Barcelona. It's something that they already started discussing in a very good relationship with his camp, and now Barca are making absolutely progress on a new deal for Fermín López, 5-year deal. Fermín wants to stay, Barca super happy with him, Barca want to give him an important contract, especially after the excellent season he had, the excellent Olympics he had, so he's an important player for the club, for the manager Hansi Flick, and then the president Juan Laporta, who is really pushing for this strategy, go for these talents from La Masia, protect them with important contracts, contracts, and so also Laporta and Deco working hard on this, and now Deco taking care of the negotiations for Fermin Lopez. So discussions ongoing on that one, but already at very advanced stages. Barça will complete that very soon, so Fermin will stay with a new deal. And then some tension after Crystal Palace game at Manchester United. Why? Because before the game, with Marcus Rashford not in the starting 11 after scoring against Southampton, after scoring against Barnsley in League Cup, what happens is that Rashford doesn't start for Man United. And so the position of some pundits in England, especially one, was to mention that something has happened, because it's not possible a player like Rashford, an important player, scores 2 goals in a row and then he's benched. Then Erik ten Hag, after the game, was absolutely furious about that. Why? Because Erik ten Hag said you can't go public and say that if you don't have information. You can't mention that. You can't bring this kind of speculation out of nowhere if you don't have information. Why? Because Erik ten Hag says, and I can confirm this is the case, that this was rotation. So a technical decision, but not in a negative way. Marcus Rashford was part of rotation because they have 3 super important players, plus obviously they have Anthony, but in terms of important starters at Manchester United, they have Diallo, Garnacho and Rashford, and Erik ten Hag is rotating them. So Rashford started on Tuesday, and the idea of the staff of Erik ten Hag was to change for the Crystal Palace game. So this is why Rashford didn't play. Rashford entered the second half on the pitch. So Rashford didn't have any problem with Ten Hag. Rashford didn't do anything wrong. Rashford didn't have any problem with his teammates. Rashford didn't have any problem with the staff. So at Man United, when they saw those comments in public on important media before the game, they were quite surprised, because really nothing happened. They made that decision for Marcus Rashford because they wanted to rotate. They wanted the players to be fresh. They wanted to change a bit also with 3 games in 1 week. And so this was the idea, but was never any problem, never any issue. So all these suggestions made Erik ten Hag really nervous. He didn't accept that. I can guarantee that also internally in Manchester United they confirmed the same. So it's not just on the manager or staff point of view, also the club point of view is that Rashford didn't do anything wrong, otherwise he was not going to be part of the squad. He was part of the squad, not in the starting 11, entering the second half, but Man United in general are very happy with the beginning of the season for Marcus Rashford, for his goals, for his attitude. So at the moment, no problem at all between Rashford and Man United, and these comments are being played down by Manchester United on club side and in public also on the manager side, Erik ten Hag. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, from Rashford to Erik ten Hag, but also Zubimendi, Liverpool in the future or not. What do you think about that? And also Fermin Lopez and all the other stories, including also Ryan Cherki, who extends his contract at Olympique Lyon. Guys, I wait for your comments. Here as always, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.